In the end, the result of a lot of work with the appropriate tools, said that young artist in the video. So we have a good example here. Javier Fernandez-Han is a young man from Texas in the US. He studied at home during his primary years with his parents, and now he attends a high school in Houston. At just 15, he created Versatile, a system that combines technology available in waste recycling, the creation of biomass, and the farming of food for developing countries. In 2009, this project won Javier Fernandez-Han the prestigious International Invent Your World Challenge Award. And one of his many projects is a tool available online for young inventors to develop their dreams. Inventors Without Borders. Javier Fernandez-Han.
Hi. First of all, I would like to thank the royal family for making this forum possible and also for inviting me. I really enjoyed this experience. So first, let's talk a little bit about myself. I am 16 years old. My name is Javier Fernandez-Han. I'm a young inventor, and I think that we need to create more future inventors because our world has lots of problems that we need to solve in our world. And also we have youth. And I think that youth have great potential for solving problems. They're very intelligent, but of course they're not very knowledgeable, and so we need to help them first. So first, let's talk a little bit more about who I am. I've always had a passion for inventing ever since I was very young. I would build robots and compete in robotics competitions. And so I was interested in inventing. And then in 2003, I visited the Boston Museum of Science. And there I saw an exhibit about Dr. Ashik Gadgil. He's an inventor and also a scientist. And the exhibit displayed what is his invention. It purifies water and uses ultraviolet light. So it's very inexpensive, and it can purify a lot of water. I was struck by what he was doing because he was inventing, which is something that I already enjoyed, but at the same time, he was helping people. And I was very struck by that. And then later on, in 2005, a few years later, we went to Japan for the World Expo in Japan. There I saw a mock-up of a refugee camp. It was by Doctors Without Borders. And again, I was struck by the way, that most of the world lives in poverty. And I learned that from the refugee camp. And so from then on, I decided that I wanted to combine my passion for inventing with also helping people. So since then, I've been inventing to serve the poor. So first, I'll talk a bit about my progress, then about some misconceptions about inventing and innovation, and then I'll talk about how I'm trying to create future inventors. So my progress has started from inventing on my own, like inventing robots, Legos, or other materials, and then to inventing with others, with help from others or as a team. And now I'm trying to help create future inventors, and I'll talk about that last. So this is a graph that shows some of my past activities, and as you can see, over time it's become more complex, and as a result, I've been able to have far more impact. First, it was just a single person myself, then a team, and now possibly even worldwide. So I'll talk a little about inventing on my own. I invent on my own still now, but I'm trying to aim more towards something that's more complex, helping others to invent. So this is a recent invention. It's a camera stabilizer. People may also know it as a Steadicam. I wanted this because this camera here, you can see that I like to film with. It's very small, so it's very jittery. But I wanted a way to make it more still. And so I realized that a stool is actually a great way of doing this because it's long, it's heavy, and the chair seat is actually very good counterbalance. So you can see here I actually tested it and walked around, and it probably looked pretty funny to the neighbors, but it worked. This is an example of something that I was able to make, and it cost me only about $17. Actually, it was free because this is all materials that I found around the house, rubber bands and a stool. But if someone wanted to go out and buy the materials for this, it would cost them about $17. Normally, you see the actual thing that you have to go and buy at the store is about $800, and it looks pretty similar. Also, this is a lens that I made for my camera, it's a macro lens, so it basically makes things that are small very large, and it fits over an existing camera. And here's some of the pictures I took with it. It actually came out pretty well. and I like it because the edges are all very distorted. It's a difficult effect to get. And you see part of the lens is actually from a chair. When I was putting this chair together, I forgot to put on the sheath, and it was just laying in my room, so when I decided I wanted to make a lens, I found this, and then also I found a projector lens from an old projector, and I put them together and made the lens. You see, again, it's far less expensive than if I were to go and buy one. Now we'll talk a little bit about inventing with others. This invention that I'm about to talk about is the versatile system. Uses algae and bacteria to provide the ability in a developing country with food, fuel, energy, fertilizer for crops, and sanitation. It does this by combining lots of existing technologies to make them more efficient. And since this one is more complex, I have the idea, but I will need to work with others to actually make it real.